Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakodash. I will honor our apostles and elders, I great most one citation to my brethren in his work, in truth and sincerity, because we focus on the man, those in the life to do so. Yahweh is in him and the Father. His name means he to be, he exists, the existing one. But Hashem is in the name, Yahushai, his only begotten Savior Son. His name means he deliverer, he Savior. Israel is going to need a deliverer and a Savior. Here in these last days, from the onslaught of the enemy, we saw Edom and these other heathen nations. He saw Edom and these other heathen nations that are confederate against Israel being a people and a nation, call upon their power. Because when we do that, as we are doing now, the Lord is going to turn things back up in his right order. He's going to turn it right side up and not upside down. Alright, so we are a couple members of German Strength that camp here with another edifying lesson. We pray it is going to be. Right, basically we're going to go into the fashion of this world, right? Because the Lord is deconstructing this world, right? Somebody can look at the word fashion from it, right? And somebody can bring on the precept. Right.
You look at 1 Corinthians 7 and 29. It says, this is, from I read from 30, it says, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
The fashion of this world, and the fashion?
This is with fashion from the Mysore G 4976. Schema, the habitus as comprising everything in a person which strike the senses, the figure, bearing, discourse, actions, manner of life.
The figure, right, or the image, the bearing, actions, or manner of course, what? Manner of life?
Manner of life, etc.
Manner of life, etc. So we was talking about locally, they had some things happening. Well, basically we have a local Kevin Samuels, right? You know, even Kevin Samuel in himself, right? Because it's levels, right? One of the things we was talking about is levels, because you have the up top, and then you have the lower level, right? Amongst the East Indians, you have a caste system. Right, the higher the caste, the lighter the color, right? And I guess I'm guessing they have the understanding that they are Elam, right? They are descendants of Elam, that nation. Lower the class is more derogatory, and from what we understand through research, some of the lower of the caste that look like Elam are Jake. And the higher class, they understand this, so they treat them with what? With degradation, right? They despise them, right? Why is that? Because they understand that these people are not of their race. They may look like them, they may live in the land, but they're not of their race or nationality, right? But the Lord,
they basically are look alike.
Yeah. But the Lord, right now is deconstructing the fashion, the manner of life, the figure. Alright? Even the advisors, the counselors to this world, the Lord is deconstructing that. We have this Kevin Samuels deceased. Right? We have this local idiot call himself what? DJ Smooth.
Mr. Smooth.
You know? Mr. Smooth. But he's an Elamite and he counseling women. I'm a fact, as the brother saying was, we can speak about it in men's houses. Right? And that's an abomination. Because the scripture say what? How we go on?
Scripture. I don't know if you think that you will talk about it. He said he not BC body, not a men's body.
That's one, that's for one. Why?
There's the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verses 15. It says, but let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Go ahead.
And the busybody goes into G 244. Allotria Piscopos. Right? Allotria Piscopos. One who takes the supervision of affairs pertaining to others and in no wise to himself, a meddler in other men's affairs.
There's a scripture that says that he would in no wise not be held guiltless. Right? Then I want to think of a right? He would in not no wise not be held guiltless. You know?
Look at 1 Corinthians 11 and 2. Verse 3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach. The head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. So the scripture that I was thinking about was the one that talks about a man, his own possession. Right? You know that one? No. Not that. It's not unlawful for me to do what I want with my
Mine.
Yeah. Bring that one out, Baba, for sure. But
It says, and the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man.
yeah, the head of the woman is the man, because in the world, the fashion of this world is that you have a girlfriend, you're courting or you're dating. You understand? They have none of that shit in the scriptures. Right? In the scriptures in the kingdom to come, right? Among the brethren, what we're gonna be doing? We're gonna promise your daughters to a brethren's son. Right? You're gonna pay a dowry as it used to be, right? And houses gonna be joined. Houses gonna be joined. You're gonna grow as in wealth. The unity is gonna be different. This kingdom is a promiscuous kingdom. The scripture say what? This is an adulterous generation. Right? Having a man counseling your wife, right? That is adultery right there. That's adultery right there. The scripture say, even if your wife has to learn anything, let her learn it from her husband at home. Why is that? Because she is to please her man. Go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husband at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church.
You know, like they had that long time advertisement for the Trojan condom. You used to say ribbed for her pleasure, but she's actually built for your pleasure as a man. That's why she's to what? She used to keep saying she had to learn. What she had to learn, she had to learn how to please her man. When she was underneath the first man, who was the first man she was underneath? Was underneath her father. She had to do the will of her father. You know, she was the head of the house, right? She was the apple of rest. She was. When you have the examples of Jethro's daughters, you have the examples of Laban's daughters. They were keepers of the sheep. You understand? Those are the examples we have of righteous women in the scriptures. Right?
This Titus 2 and verse 3 says, the 8 women likewise, that they be in behavior, as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet.
And one of the things, love, understanding love is obedience. Love is keeping of the commandments. So love your husband is to obey your husband. So why should a next man tell you how to do things? That is what? That is chaos. That is anarchy. That is what? Disorder. Go ahead.
To be discreet, to be chaste.
It's not discreet and chaste when you're out here and taking advice from every man. Them spirits. That's confusion. Right? You at the end of the day, these women, they confused and full of demons. Right? But in the kingdom, in all purity, the nation of Israel is not going to be like that. The order is not going to be like that. And these nations will learn that order. We will have it, as in the Israelites going to have it innately, being programmed that way. This is the manner. You're not going to grow up, and as the scripture said, no longer you'll have to teach your brethren, right? You're not going to have to grow up teaching your children, because innately we'll be programmed. And on top of that, we're going to be in a kingdom, or we're going to be in a position of authority and rulership, right? You're not going to be separated from your children. You got to go to work and you have a nanny or a babysitter or the television or anything to grow up your children. We're going to be in a, our brothers will be elect, right? But overall, the kingdom of Israel, things going to be done differently. It's going to be done differently. The programming is going to be innate. And then you're going to be at rest and in quietness. Having your woman in order is quietness. Go ahead.
It says that they may be discreet, chaste, keep us at home.
That is good. You'll get that quietness because your woman will be in the house, keeping the house. Right now you have these women as busybodies up and down the street. The Egyptians call them what? Loud, clamorous. Right? I'm not abiding in the house. You know? Because why? Because of that now you have the children out of order. Because when the father, the so-called, what they call them on this side, they call it men breadwinners. Right? It was supposed to be the breadwinners. But then they turn that order upside down, and then they give women authority and liberty to go out and work. Right? They break up the home. So who training up the children? The system. The programming, that program. I went into that, I was doing that with my son this morning. I went into the word programming. They're programming their children. What they're programming their children? To be more confused, to be more wicked. You understand? So you see what Esau do, they study our ways and they learn, they analyze it, they put the think tanks together and they deconstruct the order of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? And now the Lord is coming to deconstruct their way. Right.
It says to be good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of power be not blasphemed.
That the word of power be not blasphemed. Right? And these women don't want to hear that. Obedient to who? My man. I remember when that demon boss tried to get me to try to make me to shave my beard, try to put me in a position where I had to shave my beard. What religion you is? I said I don't need to tell you that. Just know that my religion, I fear the Most High. I fear God. I don't fear God now. I don't fear God. I don't fear no man. God say fear no man. The Most High gonna put a stop to that 3 hour shine. My right hand shall not spare sinners. And the Lord say he hate the proud. And that's a proud statement. Somebody had something else?
She actually says that through this system that was set up for women to protect women. So she boasting, she standing, that is her strength. I ain't afraid no man. You know what I mean? Because why? If she could get with a man anytime and who come in to run the same she, the police. Quickly run, she would quickly call, pick up her phone and call. So they leaving her upon that.
She says, she says she don't fear God and she don't fear man.
Yeah.
She says she don't fear God because God said fear no man. So God is a man, so she don't fear God.
They don't understand. They just speak things that they don't even understand themselves.
Right.
See?
Yeah,
the Most High gonna put that fear to you. You gonna remember what you said. The angels already carry that report.
Yeah, I don't know that man speak.
Yeah.
And more.
Nah, I won't.
Now, in Matthew 20 and 15 says, is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good?
Right, because when they go to their pocket for somebody to get out. Go ahead.
Sirach 26 and 24, he that gets their wife,
See,
get into
just
possession.
the world don't understand this. The world don't understand. The world don't want to understand this. They say that's old time thing. That's back in the Bible days. Bible days never change. We still in the Bible days. Read it over again.
Sirach 36 and 24, he that getteth a wife, beginneth a possession.
Yeah, he beginneth a possession. Right? Why I say beginneth? Because now you're building a house, you're building a family. Right? a wife is a possession unto you, right? And it's an extension. When you marry her, her father and his family now becomes an extension of yours. Is like an empire being built.
When a woman leaves the house to go out and work now, so you have a woman at home and she goes out to work for another man, for another, let me say this corporation, she's no longer your woman anymore. That is a height that somebody gave me today. They were just speaking to me, based on the government they have today. Your woman at home, no longer your woman. Now she's there because she following their order, not yours. She is supposed to be at home under your head, right? Under your rule, under your protection. What is that? What is the order of the man? The man is to provide, protect, right? Sometimes this whole generation, it actually switched over. But I said, so far white man has changed everything now.
Let's say to most I like it's a land, right? A land. The man as the husbandman, the husband do the planting. So now that's showing you if I possess that land, I do what I want it, right? If I plant on it, the fruit is one. Yours, mine. I precept will go out. That's what more here says where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled.
Possession is spoiled because why? The hedge is gone. Your protection is gone. There's nobody to guide you anymore. All these women out of the world today, they have no guide. Because why? They totally they surround the they say, I don't follow no man, I don't need no man. Right? That is the watchwords of today. Of this world. Watchwords of this world today is for a woman. I don't need no man. I independent.
Like, and I men like as you were talking about smooth on them. So they give them that. Because you would think that a man's wife is the most protected female on the face of the way we just talk.
Right.
But he beating she. And telling men don't even talk loud in the house. You see what the Most High doing? The Most High exposing that I pray for that and all too. I said, why the Most High don't take this man out, right? But he promoting a real folly, right? The Most High exposing it, saying nobody could hide the folly. The Most High said, who could hide from him? Nobody could hide from the Most High. But you have to be very comfortable to be in public to hit your burden. I mean, it's a customary thing. We're doing that right too. And then they're coming in our man's house and telling our man, telling our man or woman, if he don't want to do X, Y, and Z, don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him. There's a hypocritical statement.
Very hypocritical. Yeah.
It's Romans 2 and verse 1. It says, therefore thou art inexcusable, O man, whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself.
They condemning themselves. That goes back to Matthew. It's Matthew 7 and 1. Go ahead.
For thou that judgest doest the same things. But we are sure that the judgment of power is according to truth against them which commit such things. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of power?
Yeah, that is a serious thing. Nobody gonna escape the judgment of the heavenly Father. Not even the own people. Which scripture says, 1 Peter 4:17, judgment will begin at the house of the Lord. If it first begin at us, what shall the envy of them that obey not the gospel? So who is you are being a man in the world to escape? You must exposing all of them.
Exactly.
The Judge Kevin Samuel. The Judge Kevin Samuel. I don't know he content, but he judging.
at the end of the day, God, that was just
I'll judgment from the Lord.
but you know, the Lord raised him up for a time to expose these women and their folly. Right? And the Lord uses people to do these things, put spirits on. The Lord put a spirit on a quoted life.
Right.
The hit is in
In public.
Yeah.
This woman is that Jake?
Yeah, he done.
Well, I hear him say he loved Red Woman like that.
Yeah.
He probably he wife is a
You don't understand these women is fucking evil.
yeah.
Scriptures talk about that. No, he might be talking, he had the alien right now.
Yeah. Because she
You
looks
know,
good.
because I a radio announcer,
God,
and I just really try to put women in
yeah.
put them comfortable. So my woman go
will
obey
look at
me
that-
now.
she
She
will
will
look at that
love me.
obey.
She will like how I just deal with women on the radio.
God, when
So
you
she
don't
will
understand
hold
these
Well,
women in the world.
he wouldn't understand that, especially if it's a Jake woman. He will get that because she only the curses.
Exactly.
So you step into a realm that you don't belong.
God,
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Because the women of Israel belong underneath the order of Yahweh Shai. They bound by a certain law. What Simeon and Levi did, right? After the covenant was made with the Hamites, after they raped their sister Dinah, right? They were so enraged they went back and sued them after the third day when the soreness kicked in.
God,
Alright? Because all the daughters of Zion are supposed to be what? Pure. Right? They're not supposed to be that seed of this healing that's supposed to be up in there. Right? So spiritually analyzing what going on, right? You're gonna have that trouble in the flesh. You know, Paul said that what he that had a wife, you're gonna have to sorry, he talk about the virgin. He that had a virgin, he had nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, you know, marry a virgin, whatever, right? But know that you're gonna have trouble in the flesh.
God.
So guess what? You love a red woman. Guess what? You love pain.
You love pain.
You love headache.
God.
You know that's the spirit. You see, you're stepping in a realm and that's the order you have. You see, the Lord said in Numbers 23, right? And 19, he said what? That he's not a man that he should lie, neither the son, or the Heavenly Father said that, and neither the son that they are not meant to lie. And they said it and not be done. The curses is upon Israel, Daniel 9 and 11. You understand?
I was speaking to Jake today and we went into that topic and he said, hey, in this world, when you have a woman, these women and them, they're all about business. They don't really love.
Huh.
And it was surprising that this old man just come on, he's coming in good and he's listening to.
Right.
See, he don't speak because
From St. Joseph.
right here in Kirkland.
Yeah, the old man from St. Joseph.
No,
is
not him.
coming back.
Another one. Just potentially, I said, I didn't know he knows so much. He said, women today in this world. That's why you can just say, they are your enemy.
Huh.
He said, after 72 hours, go have a woman in your house after 72 hours. 72 hours. You can't tell them come out and they can put you out. So he said that is the law. And he said these women know the law. So when a woman come into your house, he said if he's dealing with a woman, he's going in double palm or somewhere. He's not carrying them in the house.
Huh.
To remain no long amount of days in the house. He said after 72 hours, push it down the stairs and you after. You can put your out of your house. And this is how wicked this society is.
Spend the family,
Because he said these women is all about business, they all about profit.
There is spirit on the side.
Assets, like
Assets.
yeah, they about assets. They're not about loving what
what is gain,
to gain what you have.
Shoes.
and our hand has bands so that please it
You know what I mean? He bought it out so cheap. He said they have the cooker. They know you looking at the nice body. He said they know that. But they're not about that.
Love her not for her beauty.
Yeah, he knows that. She knows that. Like when you looking at, but she business is I know say that no. She business is about assets. To gain what you have.
Isaiah 3 and verse 12, it says, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them.
Women rule over them, and that is the scripture I bring out to them. Because that is what's going on in the world today. And if even goes back to Eve in the garden, she have power now. Right? Because that is what the serpent gave, that is what he told her. You know? So what's going on today? She following the serpent.
Yeah. It says, 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13. Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was.
She's actually being deceived. By doing what she's doing today, they're not seeing down the judgment for what they taking part in. She is being deceived.
She is deceived.
Yeah, she is deceived. By that statement they make, you don't need no man. You are being deceived.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the woman being deceived was in transgression. Right? And just to deceive is a lie. It's lying. It's lying.
It's
right?
lies. Yeah. You in this world, you actually under the
deception.
The vision they're giving you is a big deception.
It's like a mirage.
A mirage.
And they believe in a mirage is true. You understand? Because in this world is theirs. There's the female version of Scarface.
When you speak to a woman in this world today, like I was the back and speaking to this woman, and she in a real delusion, boy, and she believes she's independent and all I want to show people are afraid of and she every time she talk, because every time she speak I'll let she know what you doing really actually not independent. You still have to depend on a boss or depend on material. Alright, let's say you running your own company with construction. Say where you're going to get your things from. You still have to come to. So no matter how you turn in this life, you're a slave. You're still serving somebody. No. She would not. She believes in that vision that serpent gave her. That she is dependent. That doesn't exist. It is a mirage. Well,
Ecclesiastes, still at Ecclesiastes 42 and 7, it says, keep a show watch over a shameless daughter. That she make thee laugh and stuff.
She would shame you in front of your friends. And people who respect you, or no longer respect you. She would bring you to some bread, and the scripture says, a piece of bread like nothing. She would shame you. She would shame her father.
So like, remember what the whole thing with Will Smith fiasco, that distraction, you remember I tell you that? I said that I brought that piece about. That he won't get no, I said he won't get no job, he will lose money. And I brought the piece about where she will bring him to a piece of bread.
Nothing.
She'll bring him to a piece of bread.
That Will Smith, what they're doing to Will Smith, they're canceling all his movies.
Everything. Nobody
knows. Once they hear about Will Smith, there's a big laugh now in the town. When everybody used to look up to you, there's no longer with that's the superhero. He was the superhero. He's no longer handcuffed, he lost the power. And who did that? A woman bring it down to nothing. All these women, the real the scriptures will women to bring down men to nothing. John the Baptist, Samson. There's no woman in the scripture that ever did any good. They always did wicked and brought them down. Took away Samson. So what? The Lord took away Samson through a woman. Right?
I always say that I know the scripture is real too. That next week.
That's real. It's real.
Because every other philosophy in the world is uplift women.
God.
Every other philosophy is for a woman, you know. I look at them as a high thing, but the Bible, when you go into it, don't speak good of women at all.
No.
In no way, because why? in reality.
You're perverse.
They're very perverse.
Yeah, that scripture where it says the woman the turning of things upside down.
She shall be esteemed as the pot. It shall be esteemed as the pot of clay.
Yeah, everything has been turned upside down. Now the woman is ruling, she's on top.
Go on, let's not pass
Can't.
on. I have a couple of here too.
Go ahead. You want something?
Yeah, mix it in. Yeah. First Corinthians chapter 11 verse 8. I start at verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head. Right? You know, understanding from higher up, the head is Yahweh. Yahweh Shai Salakia. Right? The head of every man is a Mashiach. Right? So when you cover your head physically, you're covering up Yahweh Shai Salakia. It says, for as much as he is the image and the glory of power, but the woman is the glory of a man, and that's why men go off. Men have many women that went out of the wits for women. Wits is your wit. The scripture say what? Yahushua, he described himself in wisdom, Solomon 7, that he was a witty child, meaning smart, bright, how to say, agile, acute, in senses, right? Have men lose all that sharpness over a woman. You know, they go, you know, the plague of the heart. A woman will give you a plague of the heart, right? When she go, you have men. Listen to some of these vegans out in the street. Some of these destitute. You hear men going on the road and they cussing and they talking about women. It's women. They went off the rockers because of women. You see? Because what she's really supposed to be the glory of the Israelite man, right? I always used to observe back in the world. Watch a Benjamite. A Benjamite glory is really a red woman. When you go up on the beach here, he red and she gold and thing, and she next day and you sign up like King Cup, you know? The chest up high, right? The glory of a woman, the glory of a man is in his woman.
Yeah, a man that takes pride in having a woman that obeys him.
So that's why a righteous man.
A righteous man, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand? But a man that takes pride in a woman that is obeying his command. This is why when women leave, a man does really go over his rockers over these women. Because he just takes pride in his woman. I even heard a woman say that. I have to make a video on that woman speak about that. It have a few women they come up against these women. Because you know the Lord probably open their eyes and see the wickedness that they play on. This is what school does not understand.
And these wicked counselors and
And these wicked counselors in this world here, right?
I just want to finish off this to back up that piece of it. Say that he that begets that wife, begets that possession. It says, verse 9, it says, 1 Corinthians 11 and 9, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Because what the scripture say, he that begetted a wife also begetted a pillar of rest. Right? He gets a pillar of rest. Right? Have one that. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 11. The same one that he's reading.
A pillar of rest?
That one is the Sirach. And then there's one in Sirach that says that a man, a wife, that's after the same mind of her husband. Sirach, I'll get that. Yeah, go ahead.
When I make those videos, I want to shoot you. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 26 and verses 14, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
That is what a man desires in his life. He wants nothing else. Men doesn't really care about your achievements in this world and how much subjects you have, how much your gain. He doesn't care about your gain. You know, a man that takes pride in his woman, serving him. He don't care about how much what you have.
There's no woman that look at the woman. A woman will go with a man because I want to have. A man doesn't think a man that's go with a woman because I wish she have, but how to say it, qualities that not so much to say is vanity, but good characteristics and traits and mannerisms.
But I would say this, because some bitch men in this world too, they looking for women to mind them. They're looking for women with riches too.
So they were gonna be subservient to her.
Yeah,
They're gonna be underneath her.
Yeah.
They will always be underneath her because she controlling money.
No woman wants any man that doesn't provide for her. No woman really don't want it. From the time she might have him, but she gonna rule over him. She's not going to respect him. She's not going to respect any man that she might have.
When you look at the general rule, men will pick up a woman who have nothing, but a woman will not do that.
No.
They once they haven't, and them on top, them not seeing you. There's like you will be stand up in front of them and they watching straight.
So like that's what Kevin Samuels was battling. These 6-figure women or how much of a figure women that saying they have this and they have that and they have the other, and they want a man on that level. They don't want nothing less than that. Right? They don't want it. But are you really worth more than that? No. Because the money that they have doesn't translate to your fucking corrupted spirit.
And this is why the question comes up. What could you bring to the table? When a man asks what you bring to the table, it is not asking
what finance or
what finance you have
what carnally you could bring.
No. That is not going to men really and truly.
How about precept?
Go ahead.
Verse 13, same one.
Sirach 26 and verse 30, it says the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
Her discretion will fatten his bones. So it could be a 6-figure, 7-figure, trillion-figure woman, right? But it's a harlot that passed through college, every man run through you, right? You went through fraternities where you do lesbian acts and all these different things.
And that is why, as you read precept, you read right? A mind well instructed. That's why a man.
This is what next verse.
A man will go to a woman young, and he can instruct you, man. He can still, program you.
Well, it could be young or old. I understand what you're saying. For argument's saying young or old. Once you are the first and only.
Right. You understand? You understand? Take a program for years. Woman who pass through
programming
30,000.
Yeah.
You can hard to program them.
Each one putting on this and upload that software.
Upload, you understand?
Everybody.
This shit and I'm full program.
And just to say this, when she follows with you, she will bring up the last man.
Exactly.
She will say, but you don't move like this.
And the reason why she select you, the reason why she would do that, because she actually created the demand, manifest the demand and portray that on the men. Because guess what? You looking for that disappointment from the last man, right? And the man might not have that intention in him, you understand? But you keep on pushing it and pushing it, so eventually it will come. It's like you call it. Sorry, it's like that philosophy of the secret. You understand? Where they say you can bring your own wealth by calling it. It's almost like that. It's almost like that. Right? Because you're basically gonna aggravate the man to do that, because at the end of the day you don't wanna be with a bitter bitch. You understand? And hey, she always saying so, and then boom, you know how the spirit does work. Then you might get somebody who come more charming than her, and then let the press it in.
These women, when these men get on married, they put them in black because they're filthy, they're ugly in the spirit. They want to reproach everything you do and you're not doing. Especially if there was with some nigga before. We used to do this, we used to do that. Why the fucking care what you used to do? What I doing is what I want to do, what you do. So, understand, and that's why it's not right for a woman to be doing what I want man, because it's always taking the ground from the man that do it. And then they just create their own philosophy. They'll have 5, 10, 15 different men and then take each from everybody and say, this is how a man should be. And they just never, I'd say, I just tell them, the man you're looking for is a perfect man that will not exist according to how you want a man to be.
Then you won't be bad. So when a man lays you, you take his spirit. So now, you go on that nigga who was just getting locked up right through and you come on to me now, is that heavy vibe you're bringing on me? Because she's adapted spirit now. She's take spirit and soak it in that. So now you do something, you go and you bring that vibe up for that nigga. And for that nigga, she's trying to bring it on you.
How that vibes has come is in terms of her energy towards you, because as men we have givers and not takers. So that's why when they say a homosexual now, he corrupt his spirit his spirit does be off. Right? Because he come and take now. He literally take now. But as men, as long as you're doing the right thing in the spirit, her energy, she could push it on you. Right? You can see it and think, but what's it? It's not like it can infiltrate your spirit. You understand? Unless you are homosexual, a man put something in you. You understand? When he
He's up and one right now. He's sin out will be taken by her.
By
But he
taken,
that crazy Lord will escape her.
yeah, because what they're aggravated by, because we hate evil. The men of the Lord, we hate evil. So when they come with that evil spirit, right, you have to rebuke it one time. You understand? When they come with that Jezebel or that what you call her name? With Samson. Delilah spirit. That spirit of Delilah. You know? Yeah.
If I could just say Jezebel, exactly, because Jezebel, when you do Jezebel, it means chase. You understand? So from some of them, they might appear or give off the first impression as though they chase and of some sort of value, but when you settle along with them, it's like they're no good. They need a demon in the person basically. And that's why a lot of these women are from the sight of them, from the first meetup. Alright, you might see a woman that pretending to be humble, pretending to be of some sort of value, and then when you catch yourself in the graveyard.
It's like we too. It's just we sincere about it. You pretend they like them because you want to get it.
Yeah, you tell us a planter.
You know you're going there, but you don't really want to go there because you don't know the wicked already. But if a woman is straightforward, you continue moving straightforward. But as soon as she starts to act up, you know you never really like that for getting guy. So you just bust it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Some of them, they might go with them, you intend to stay with them, but they have qualities that nicer girls don't have. So you say, you know what, best. Now the scripture talk about that beauty is vain. So you know you stick with that.
So you're looking for a comfort too.
Huh?
Looking for a peace of mind too.
Alright,
What that was all about.
but let's read,
Rest.
but let's read this one quick here. It says, this first Timothy 2:9, it says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves with modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with gaudy gear or gold or pearls or costly iron. And I just always tell them, yeah, them things like that. I say, the more you put on makeup is the more it's turn you off on you. Wig and weave and braided hair and gold and powder and jewelry or whatever you have. It's just a sin now, but that you're blind on them. You don't see it. You're looking for a woman of modest apparel, a woman that she mind well instructed as the scripture say. Because if a man instruct his daughter, she will put on modest apparel. She will know that she's supposed to cover up her body and she's supposed to treat her body with respect. But these women that dress in half naked, they're not treating themselves with respect. But demand 100% respect from you.
Then that shame business is why woman supposed to have. Woman walking up proud as that way that girl curse in Isaiah 3. So down 24 they because that 40 look, they had high. You know? They're watching you eye when you they will make you turn around and stand and they will make you turn around. You know? Which way I want to be shamefaced when you watch she had pull up. You know? They don't have that.
You know who does the shame face? Them sexy girls when we were called sexy, you know? Because them out of shape girls, right? Belly big, no bum, no ass, right? Them just try to just sexy.
No.
You see how they just cover themselves and dress because they know the body.
Well, I mean, we've reached a state where everything out the window, eh?
Yeah, some of them just try. Some of them just try.
Because I driving on the road and the calls and the fat tires and a panty outside on the road, you know? Blocking traffic. You understand? When I say a panty, it's really actually it's like a pum short and it's big fat round calls, tires. You understand? But you know, it's stopping traffic. I don't know if men was disgusted Well, we reach a state where the society, that might be beautiful, I don't know.
It was some
Tattoo down,
person-
cause it's big and round and fat, and had tattoos down right through now. Yeah, so, but, you know, on a general, what we used to see is these people, these women wearing gongs like.
Yeah, try and cover that.
Yeah.
Elam.
Clover, yeah.
You are saying in Elam, like a good looking Elam with a nice body.
Mm.
She would dress you know, put
Yeah.
nice tight clothes.
Yeah.
But she know she body looking good.
It's on.
And them fat out of shape Elam, them don't dress like them put on track pants.
Just like a sita or something.
Yeah, because
on the original Ilang garment.
they don't know. You see these women, them know how their bodies looking. Them know when them dress like that.
They know what they bring to the
tight, so
market. They know what they bring in on the market.
Yeah.
So they advertising merchandise.
Advertising the merchandise.
Which is not even supposed to be so. Our father's supposed to sell his merchandise. Get a profit for it. 50 shekels of silver.
You're supposed to be advising. What advertising is women used to go somewhere. You know, Jake is Jake. Jake will always like sex. Beautiful girls.
Yeah.
You know, more important according to scripture is
Virginity.
yeah, purity and
Purity. Virginity, because that was the whole token of her virginity was about, you know. That white sheep, that bloody sheep, you had to present it back to the father. If you can't present that, it's because the goods was no good. You know, the merchandise was no good.
When she in a humble point, when you're humble, you be in first.
Right.
You're humble and you just submit there. You know? Because Esau, how he did humble man too. You know? Esau is corrupt in his mind because you know that way is a humble him. And he do it in a sick way. He said,
Put his spirit on them.
bend them men and them and penetrate them to humble them.
Very so called men.
Yeah. So, corrupt and Esau do what? That is how we are humble.
This was just how to go because these women have come to they don't take instruction and they know and these men and them, as you was now saying with brother is now saying that you know if men was attracted to the tires and all of them things. It's a men
There are no standards.
lower the freaking standards, right?
Yeah. Men don't have
The
no
standards too low.
That's what they have to do. That's what they have to do. But the Lord say what? He that pleases the Lord will be saved from her.
Right.
Should have good women out there.
Women
So-
out here has better standards than these men.
Yeah.
These men, the standard going down in the nasty jail.
Jane, right?
Well, and rightfully so, because the scripture says a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. So in the world they go say every bread have its cheese, because both of them wicked. This is Sirach 25 and verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among the neighbors, and when he heareth it shall sigh bitterly.
You're about the one. You're about the verse one.
Verse 1
When
it
you're the
says,
next one. When you're the next
no, I could go. In verse 1 it says, in three things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before power and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together.
So one go, let's say we agree.
Amos 3:3. How come two walk together except they be agree?
Or one will be agreeing with your man in agreement that you is the boss, you is the head. I follow you, you know?
Right.
I think in the last scene, Sarah, it said if she goes not as though what is half for. Cut off. There is something beautiful in the eyesight of the Lord and man of the scripture. The one that agreed, she husband.
Husband and wife that agree together.
You understand that? They can walk. They no disagree on it. She knows she had to follow he. You know?
I have one more. Yeah.
In kingdom, I think I have to disobey and disagree and you go to the next one. In kingdom, you cannot disagree because you cannot go to the next one. You cannot leave my place and go to the next man's place. Understand? So they would stop that madness. You know, because some of them out there start confusion just to get exclusive. Right now, that's free to say no they want to. They just start about bacchanal weeks episodes just to fucking.
Men does do the same thing. There's Matthew 20 and verse 4. And he answered, and Matthew 19 and verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this cause shall man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore power had joined together, let no man put asunder. They said unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. From the beginning it was not so. You see? So all this divorce thing and separate, and I was with he, but he wasn't cutting it and all that. It wasn't meant to be like that. So they're leaving off of one relationship and going on to our next. And on to our next, and on to our next, and on to our next, and up to how much, whatever your count, we just call it body count. Your body count high, and it be, hey, you level up, you fucking Shinakuma, you know?
He's now 22 years old.
And yeah, you have all them demons on here, right? Goku or, yeah.
These days, when you ask a woman where she body count, and she say 5.
It's 5,000.
You have to celebrate. You have to celebrate because these women out there, is from the time they age 20, them sleeping with men since they age 15 and 16. The time they age 20 is all kind of almost 30 something. They can't come, they really can't come.
Yeah. That box smell like the fucking
Because
fish
it's
that go.
on them.
Yeah, them thing and they had men and then they had sex with men that wasn't their boyfriend. They just game and play. All these different things they're dealing with because that's the liberty that so they're dealing with.
Yeah.
To do as they want and not pay the price and not be found guilty and not be found accountable for the actions.
Now that new level up too, right?
Yeah,
The woman and woman, they find it too lame now. Let's be doing 3 C's. You know?
Yeah.
More wickedness.
More wickedness.
That's what the scripture says, the wickedness reach. So they have one now. It's time to go out and just fuck shit up.
Because, hey, I don't know come in my mind there, and I say woman, but I see the pride burger from Burger King.
I didn't see it, but I hear about it.
is the top part of the bun, on top and underneath, in a burger. You know, like everybody, the bun, you cut the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
The top and the top in a sandwich, and the bottom in a sandwich. I see what kind of, like real funny, you know.
Well, wickedness.
Like real wickedness. They make it.
Take the time to study to do that.
Yeah.
To celebrate the wickedness.
The
Like,
wicked-
well,
the wickedness.
wickedness.
I say, wow, man. The top and the top is the same. The bottom is the same now. Right? So it's not separating now yet. Like Esau and Folly, right?
That's high side wickedness. You sit down and meditate how to do that.
Meditate, right?
That's precept.
Right.
Look 16 and 15, and he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but Yahweh know with your hearts.
Come on.
For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of Yahweh.
Yeah. Boy, when a nice boy is when I want to go home and suck our bottom. That's what the man said in the video. You understand?
Folly.
That is folly.
Listening a fella questioning a girl if anybody ever eat it while she on she.
Yeah.
And she like,
She had one of the stupidest laugh.
She like, yeah. You asking me that
That's
question?
in Babylon?
Yeah, in Babylon. She like, you asking me that? Of course not.
Hey. What do you mean? Anything I give him the other, to my offer the other thing. Anything I give him the other.
Anything I give him, yeah, boy. I like, wow.
He want to get you. He want to prove himself. He's so bad. That is even that jig will go to the extent to be just to fuck around.
Degrading herself to the nose, right? To eat her food. And then she clung in you. And she clung in here. And he know himself and he see down there and she said, you know that kind of
Bring out that one. You bring out that dirt.
And I show you that man actually
wait.
show a picture, you see it.
They wait until they sit amongst men to come and tell it in front of everybody.
You want them fall out?
Yeah, as they fall out, they would come in front of you and all their friends say, but are you licking my blood?
Yeah.
You close your officer.
That is also witchcraft. Because these women, they know about that blood thing.
Yeah, can't. Life. She can say the life is in the blood.
That.
Eating your food, they sit down over your food.
Yeah, them straight to them, you know. All them men in him. I forget.
Up on you. These First Ezra 4 and verses 37, it says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works.
Peter say what? Wives, be subject to your husband.
As
But say the law.
as unto the Lord.
As
As
unto the
as
Lord.
unto the Lord. I mean, just so you will serve the heavenly brother, son. As man, how we supposed to serve thee? Them mother serve you like that. As unto the Lord. But then doing that, as unto the Lord. Lord is we Lord, every husband. Trying to bypass you. Yeah, how should I say he did door and no man come into the Father but by him? So how if he set up, you are to come to me through that man. You can't bypass the man. As you read earlier on the order.
Right.
The order stands. So you are to humble back yourself to that man this time. To get saved.
Can't.
It says, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. Like scripture say to us, well, it is a shame to even speak of the things they do in the dark, in secret, behind the closed doors. A whole heap of things. Sucking the private on the woman's period. That is just one. But that man is actually, they just get fucked by the woman.
Yeah, can't.
You understand? That is how far it goes. Today the woman penetrating the man when it's supposed to be, it have a reason why it's called sex. Sex means to cut.
Sex?
Yeah.
Marriage.
No, sex means
Alright.
sex,
Cut.
six and scissors, the same.
Yeah. So like Romans 1 and 24. For this cause he gave them over to that vile affection. That the woman changed even the very use concerning nature. Because sex, I mean, as Dallas Camp always used to bring it out, this is an over sexualized society, you know?
Over sexual.
Because the purpose of sex was to what? To increase your family, you know, or increase. Basically, it's like one is you have a wife, you're gonna increase your you know, you're becoming in-law. It's a family in-law, your father in-law. By the law, you're bound to that family, so it's an extension of you, right? And then the sex, the marriage part now, right? Her purpose is to bring forth that child. So you having a wife, it can never become like what you just always say. When they order their shrimp roti or they order the bacon shack, that is not food. Pork is not food, shrimp is not food, catfish is not food. So your woman putting a strap on and popping you in your ass, that is not sex.
And also, the Lord created that sex as a doorway for his spirits to come through.
Yeah.
Understand? When you misuse sex, you misuse that feeling, that action, you misuse it. Where the Most High dies a doorway for his spirit to come into the world. You know, now you turn it over and you switch it over from meal to meal. That you close that doorway. So the purpose of the Lord Lord's purpose was just to bring His spirits into the world. Right? You stop that now. And you in your own lust. You create your own way. Right? You change the most high way.
Someone, right? There's Isaiah 19:14. It says, "The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err."
Yeah, missing mark. Era. Era. Missing mark.
In
The very purpose is perverse. It is not going to its natural use.
It's purpose here.
Yeah.
Natural
It's being misused. You know? It's not just about the orgasm. We call for what? That's going into what? Epicurean. You feel good. You know? The Stoic was what? They kept the law. This law that is going to study on all these different things. You understand? That the Stoic was still considering laws. You know, because we have laws governing life. It gets so perverse. It gets so perverse. You see in cross species sex. You see a cat mounting a chicken. A monkey mounting a dog. You see this kind of craziness going on?
Right? Because of them spirits that they open that door for them spirits to come.
Yeah, because you start putting they have something called the gay bomb. You start putting them chemicals in the air. You start putting them chemicals in the air.
When you look at the bigger picture in the sense of how the scripture is said here, the Lord Yahweh had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, basically. It's like, where is the Lord doing? In the sense of why it is He caused these spirits to activate in such a way on the earth and increase to such a point where it's not safe for your kids no more. It's not safe for you no more. You don't know, like you're traveling in a maxi, you don't know who you're sitting down next to. You know, you don't know who you're sending your children to school to learn and that. Why the Lord do this? The Lord is doing all this to show you that, guess what? He is not wicked. Because He ultimately is going to bring that kind of vibration to end. He's showing you here what's going on. If I was wicked, this all would have destined for the place to be forever. I'm showing you here, this is what this is caused, this is what could be done, but I'm not doing that because that is not my plan for the youth, how the youth should run.
The Lord answering all your what ifs. In this kingdom, He answering all your what ifs. So in the kingdom, they had a wonder about what if it was so. Yeah, what if a man was to go with a man? What will happen?
Yeah.
We learn, the Lord won't learn, no? The Lord literally live in His words. The words that we read from produce like cause, bring forth a strong reason. You know? You have these pride people, right? They all angry and emotional about everything that you have to say about them, but they need the straight people to multiply.
And what would the Lord proving as well? He proving as well, not everybody on the earth will be in that vibration. Look how we sit down here speaking out against what currently happening. How much people doing that right now? Everybody else.
You have Ray J today, Ray J coming out supporting them.
God. How much people saying down and really having these kind of
Sure,
discussions
he's
and
part of
saying,
them.
you know, this place had to go, the rulership, you know, and the vibration of this wicked place. It's something has to be done. Everybody just adjusting to the wickedness. You know, like everybody just, you know, compromising to it.
It is what it is.
Once they
Once they
touch
don't
me
touch me,
Where's the vocal Malones that speaking out against this place? As the scripture says in Jeremiah.
that's not the problem.
Nobody not speaking out against this place. They speak it looking to make money.
Come on. That's not the problem for him.
This world is not a problem for him. He likes how this world works.
Yeah. Hebrewism is the problem for everything. It's the fault for everything.
Because Hebrewism is against this world. He don't like that.
Alright, so with that we give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash.
God bless us, apostles and elders, a great millstone. God surely do well and citation to men and brethren doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Mawat Lababal, Abal Babal, GTA, that's America. Shalom.